Hello, my name is Amanda Rea, and I am a graduate student at the College of Nursing and Health Innovation at the University of Texas at Arlington. Today I'll be presenting a leadership book review. Here are the objectives of today's presentation. Today I'm reviewing the book titled Influencer: The Power to Change Anything. This is the first edition of this book, but a quick search on the author's website reveals that there's actually a third edition, just showing the ongoing relevance and evolution of the ideas presented in the book. Now, four of the authors have actually co-authored two other well-known books, Crucial Conversations and Crucial Confrontations. I've read and enjoyed both of these other publications, so I was especially excited to read Influencer for this assignment. For this publication, David Maxfield has joined the group to co-author, and on this slide, I've highlighted their impressive qualifications, which include doctoral work in behavioral science and distinguished careers in leadership development and training. The authors of this book set out to guide and coach those of us who are looking to create meaningful change, whether within an organization or interpersonal lives. Drawing from behavioral science and proven business strategies, they offer not only practical advice, but also share motivational stories that show these ideas in action. Their goal is to equip us with the tools to influence others and foster growth in any environment. The book provides a clear and practical roadmap for making significant, lasting changes. The authors highlight specific behaviors that are essential for quick transformation, reminding us that real change happens when we intentionally shift both our thoughts and our actions. Throughout the book, you'll find real-life examples of people achieving remarkable results, stories meant to inspire and encourage us to take action in our own lives. As mentioned previously, the authors aim to promote personal and professional growth. The target audience for this book is anyone who is seeking to drive change. This can be a parent, a CEO or professional, an employee or a staff member, or even a philanthropist or individual trying to make a difference. The guidance of the authors is to provide the tools necessary for any situation that the reader can use to influence, change anything. The authors offer a practical framework for using collaboration and connection, not coercion, to create real change. Drawing on research in behavioral science, they explain how combining the right mindset with targeted actions leads to sustained motivation and progress. Their model outlines 6 key sources of influence for lasting change, organized into two main areas, motivation and ability. Each area is then divided into personal, social, and structural sources. To illustrate, they describe how a village in Nigeria, with the Carter Center's support, used all 6 sources of influence to eliminate the guinea worm disease. The authors stress that neglecting any domain within this model would have undermined their success and led to failure. A central theme throughout the book is identifying vital behaviors, the specific actions that drive results. The authors share that the example of discovering these behaviors by observing top performers and comparing them to average performers, then pinpointing 2 behaviors within each group that make the difference. In another example, the authors share that Dr. Waiwat in Thailand used this approach to identify and influence behaviors of sex workers, which helped slow the spread of AIDS within the country. The authors use research and behavioral science to offer practical guidance for influencing others and leading change. I value their focus on collaboration and building relationships rather than manipulation, which fits into my own approach to leadership. They share clear strategies and highlight crucial behaviors to drive sustainable change, including the 6 sources of influence and the importance of momentum. This multifaceted view helps avoid tunnel vision and keeps us from focusing on only outcomes. While the ideas are very relevant for professional settings, I did find it harder to apply them to personal relationships. Since this is the first edition, I'm interested to see how the third edition might expand or update the theory. Finally, the author stories were engaging and informative, but I would like to see more examples that actually relate closely to today's challenges in implementing change. Let's review if the authors met the purpose of the book through their writing. I do believe that the objectives of the work were met. However, I just leave a question mark on the bullet point describing using influence for growth in both personal and professional settings. As mentioned previously, I found the theory harder to apply in my personal life. However, others may find value here. I would recommend this book to leaders or other aspiring leaders. This book offers a compelling blend of behavioral science, business strategy, and motivational storytelling to guide readers through the process of meaningful change. Whether you're aiming to transform an organization or make a personal shift, the authors provide a practical roadmap grounded in real-life examples and actionable insights. Their emphasis on intentional thought and behavior, coupled with inspiring stories of transformation, makes this a valuable resource for anyone seeking to influence growth and drive lasting impact. It's not just a guide, it's a catalyst for change. Here are my references, and I want to thank you for your time, and I welcome any questions you may have.